Original.
During our first day in Detroit, we got the scoop behind the city's most famous nicknames, Motor City and Motown. After checking out the Ford Vintage Car Show, the Motown Museum, and some other local gyms, we were ready to do some more exploring in the D.
First up, the Eastern Market, where savvy Detroit shoppers go to load up on fresh produce and plants.
A weekend in Detroit is incomplete without a visit to Eastern Market.
This place is the heart of flowers, fruit, and food. Let's go see what we find.
The market was bursting with color, from gorgeous flowers to fresh fruits and veggies. We could not resist doing a little shopping of our own.
Terry, there's a lot of ripe selections in this market.
Yes, there are, and I think I see exactly what I want.
How you doing?
I would love some grapes.
I think I want some cherries.
How many pounds of cherries?
Yeah.
See one of these a track.
Ooh. We really enjoyed our time in the fruit section at Eastern Market. It turns out that Eastern Market is not just for vegetarians and organic natural food lovers. The savory aroma of meat on the grill led us outside to Bert's Barbecue Smokehouse, where people truly indulge.
Detroit basketball and ribs.
Now leave it to us to find the party wherever we go. We got some Detroit locals to show us their version of the Cupid Shuffle.
Before long, it was time to jet. I made my way over to one of the most fascinating museums in the world.
I'm at the Charles H. Wright Museum of African American History, and I'm about to take on the Still We Rise exhibit.
Museum curator Juanita Moore gave me a glimpse into the growth of the museum, from its modest origins to the stunning space it inhabits today.
This is really our pride and joy, and Still We Rise. It's a 22,000 square foot exhibition that takes you from prehistoric Africa to modern day Detroit.
As I toured the As We Rise exhibit, I was moved by its in-depth coverage of the hardships endured by African Americans throughout history. The exhibit showcased the sheer magnitude of the innovative contributions to society that African Americans have made. As I was delving into our rich past, Terry was scoping out future superstars.
As the birthplace of Motown and some amazingly talented singers like Anita Baker, Aretha Franklin, and Marvin Gaye, it's no surprise that Detroit is home to some of the most talented singers in the country. And they are here today in Detroit, Michigan, competing for a chance to win the next Superstar Soul Search. Let's go. I watched as many hopefuls sang their hearts out in front of Andre Harrell and the other judges.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Afterwards, I chatted with some of the contestants about the artists who inspire them.
I'm more inspired by the males from Detroit, like Marvin Gaye and all them, because like I have a low register, so you know when I was coming up I couldn't sing high like Anita Baker and Aretha Franklin, the Queen, but I love Marvin Gaye. I love anything from Motown era where like the songs was just thick and full and they just meant something. It didn't matter if they were saying the same thing over and over, you still was like this, like ooh.
While Terry was meeting some gifted performers, I was picking the brain of a talented designer/business owner. Felicia Patrick, owner of Flow Boutique, gave me some insight into her business model and design inspirations.
This piece is designed by me. I'm inspired by denim. Yes, I love denim, and I love the 70s, so I love kind of that vintage look. So the name of my line is called Second Life. Some of my things have old things on it to give it another life.
While Andrea indulged her inner fashionista, I indulged in a little pampering. At the luxurious Deo Spa, I treated myself to a soothing hot stone massage with one of Detroit's top massage therapists, Nicolina. She even climbed on my back to better work out the knots. Sometimes a Travelista just needs a little help to unwind.
While Terry was relaxing at Deo, I was enjoying a Detroit institution, a soulful bistro called Beans and Cornbread. The owner shared a little bit about the philosophy behind the restaurant.
What was the inspiration for opening this restaurant?
Well, you know, Beans and Cornbread is a celebration of our cuisine, our history, our heritage. And my mom cooked every day. And those were some of the best times when the family would get together and have dinner. And I have a background in fine dining, and I wanted to fuse my background in fine dining with the food that I grew up on.
We then made our way into the kitchen, where I watched as meat grilled and gumbo simmered. And I was treated to a sample.
This is good gumbo. This is excellent, excellent gumbo. I feel like I'm in New Orleans, but even better.
Everything about the food preparation is an art, from heating the meat to mixing the ingredients to designing the plate.
While Andrea was hard at work in the kitchen, I was off to my own power dinner. I headed over to Chin Chow to meet Andre Harrell, the man behind the next soul superstar.
I've been here doing the Superstar Soul Search, and I'm looking for new talent. I'm going to 6 cities. I'm going to Philadelphia, I'm going to Washington, Atlanta, Houston, Detroit, and Charlotte, North Carolina.
Now, why Detroit? You're going to all these cities across America.
Detroit, because Detroit is so rich in musical history. Like the level of sophistication of the music people in Detroit. It goes from Aretha Franklin to Madonna here. It goes from Kid Rock to Motown here. It goes from Michael Franks to Anita Baker. Like Detroit really are the French people of America. It doesn't whether you're black, white, young, old. Everybody knows everything about music. So I feel like if I find a great person here, I'm keeping with the legacy of what Motown and what R&B is really about, and most of that happened here.
We topped off our delightful meal dancing the night away at the Hamilton Room.
We felt right at home in the D, but before we knew it, it was time to keep it moving.